Good morning. We're going to the beach. Before I leave, I'm having a tiny little snack, a Brazil nut, and just a few macadamia nuts just to get some food in my stomach. We're here. It's the beach. I'm gonna go jump in the ocean for a quick little swim. I think I finally found a form of cardio that like I actually enjoy and actively want to do, and that's just frolicking in the ocean, jumping over waves, having a good time. Well, this is just pleasant. About 3 minutes in, the ocean bit me. I stepped on something really sharp and like punctured my foot, and now it's bleeding. It hurts quite a bit. Should probably go home and clean it up. My foot's like throbbing and covered in sand and blood. Look at that. All right, I am clean. Most importantly, my foot is clean, not bleeding anymore. We're all good. Now it is breakfast time, and as it is a warm day, you know what I'm having? My chocolate frosty smoothie bowl. I do already have a video where I show you kind of like the full recipe and how I make it, but I make it differently kind of every time. So I figured I would walk you guys through this one today and show you everything that I'm putting in it. I'm making it a mint chocolate smoothie bowl today. Since it's like really warm, I like the cooling effect of the mint in the mint chocolate bowl. So that's what we're doing. Let's go make some breakfast. All right, so for this smoothie, starting out with a base of coconut milk. If I can open the can. There we go. Usually takes about a cup to a cup and a half of liquid, so I just kind of pour in some coconut milk. Probably about half a cup. Start there, why not? Then a packet of my favorite ever, SIGMATIC protein powder, packed with multiple different kinds of plant-based protein. So many amazing adaptogens. And it's delicious. No added gums, lecithins, artificial, whatever. Everything is very natural. Gotta love it. I'm gonna do a heaping tablespoon of flax seeds. Talk about those later. That's important. Gotta make it more chocolatey, so 2 ginormous scoops of cacao powder for now. It's not chocolatey enough. I'll add more later. Then I usually do coconut butter for some sweetness, but I am fresh out, used it up yesterday. So just to kind of replace it as an ingredient, I'm using some Thrive Market shredded coconut. Just gonna do like a scoop and a half. Also sorry if my dishwasher is really loud. It's washing dishes. So I'm gonna do about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, I don't know, giant glob. That's probably closer to 2 tablespoons of cashew butter. Then usually some sort of yogurt. Today I am using Bellwether Farms sheep milk yogurt in vanilla flavor. Like a third of the container left. Yeah, I'm just gonna use all that. Get some good probiotics, delicious creaminess. It's actually really good yogurt, by the way. I'm gonna add just a smidge of pure monk fruit. Like I'm literally doing maybe that much. Probably don't even need that much. And then I did say we need more liquid, so got this last time I went to the grocery store. I've actually been loving this. So good. It is a hemp chia and oat milk. I'm just gonna pour it on until everything is slightly covered, mostly so that when I start the blender, it doesn't go like poof. You know when you have dry ingredients on the top and it just like poofs up and then everything gets stuck on the sides of the blender? Don't want that to happen. And then for the actual substance of the smoothie, I have some steamed sweet potato, cauliflower, and zucchini. The ratio that I use for this is usually about 3 to 3 to 1, so like equal parts sweet potato and cauliflower, and then 1/3's worth of zucchini. Ooh, the mint. I almost forgot the mint. That would not be good. So I use food grade peppermint extract, obviously food grade. I wouldn't be eating it if it weren't food grade, but it's literally so strong that I feel like I'm eating mint just having it near me. So you only need literally 1 drop. So I do it over a spoon in case I mess up, because one time I accidentally put 2 drops in something and I had to throw it away. And this should be it. I will add more liquid if I need to blend it, but that's all the ingredients. Okay, let's give it a little taste test. Guys, it's perfect. Topped it with some cacao nibs, pumpkin seeds, and more shredded coconut. And I'm gonna go ahead and eat this before it gets even more soupy and melts all over the place. And then I will explain to you the significance of some of the ingredients in here and some of the snacks that I have recently purchased. And good stuff, mystery, ooh, exciting. Let me eat this and then I will reveal said mystery. As I was eating my smoothie bowl, I realized that it's almost definitely not a mystery because I'm pretty sure I'm putting the answer in the title of this video, which is that I have been trying to eat more in sync with my menstrual cycle lately. Now that, I mean, who knows if it's actually gonna be regular, but I have some sort of cycle, and so I'm trying to eat in sync with it to aid it in being more cyclical, and also just like optimize it and optimize my body and my health and all of those good things. So I still don't have this like super down, so I'm not gonna make a super in-depth video about exactly how to do this just yet. Like I wanna, you know, get my own cycle regular and really figure out what makes me feel really good before I start, you know, talking about exactly how to do this. But for now, like, I'm going through the process of learning, and so I figured I would share that with you guys. A lot of what I'm drawing from is from the book In the Flow by Alyssa Vitti. You guys have heard me talk about this so many times. I've listened to it twice, and I have read through the accompanying like PDF that you get when you get it on Audible like so many times. And so I'm kind of using that as my main structured guide for how to eat with my cycle, but I'm also looking into what traditional Chinese medicine suggests, as well as just a few other sources for Ernie, excuse me, looking into a few different sources, kind of just trying to amalgamate all of the information and apply it to my life. So operating under the assumption that my cycle is operating somewhat normally, I am theoretically in the follicular phase right now, which is the first half of your menstrual cycle. So I want to kind of break down for you how and where my breakfast kind of optimizes my nutrition to support my body in this phase of my cycle. I told you the flax seeds would be important later. The pumpkin seeds were also important. I am implementing seed cycling. I've been doing this kind of like loosely since I came off of hormonal birth control. So the idea with seed cycling is that in the first half of your menstrual cycle, during your follicular phase, you eat 1 tablespoon of flax seeds and pumpkin seeds every day, and then in the second half of your cycle, the luteal phase, you eat 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds and sunflower seeds every day. And the theory is that these different seeds support the different hormonal fluctuations at the different phases of your cycle. To be fair, there's not a ton of research for this, but there's a lot of anecdote from women to suggest that it may be potentially really helpful. I personally think it's going to vary on a case-by-case basis, but in the very least, it's not going to be harmful. So I'm throwing it in there and trying it out. And then the book In the Flow goes into different foods to eat during the 4 different phases of your menstrual cycle. And 2 of the foods that she recommends during the follicular phase are cashews. So I threw cashew butter into my smoothie bowl specifically. Sometimes I do almond butter, but if I'm in my follicular phase, I'm making sure I am doing cashew butter. And then also zucchini is a good vegetable to eat to support your body during the follicular phase. So that is in my smoothie bowl as well. And then just generally to support your hormones throughout the cycle, eating cruciferous vegetables is really important, and so the cauliflower that is in the smoothie bowl is really supportive of estrogen metabolism. So basically, since I got my period back, I have been trying to use the kind of guidelines from TCM and In the Flow to eat in sync with my cycle, but what I have found is that I will go to the grocery store, buy food for the week, and then it lasts me like 2 or 3 weeks, and so I end up eating foods at like different times that aren't syncing with my cycle, and it's been for some reason difficult for me to organize and structure. Like I would have to be a lot more organized to be able to do what I am trying to do, but I just don't have the time or the patience for that right now. So what I've decided to do to kind of supplement my diet and still try to focus on the different foods and the different phases, but not have stuff that is like perishable, that I need to eat at specific times, that might bleed over into other, basically I wanted non-perishable snacks that I could eat at any time during the month when appropriate during my cycle. So the other day, did a big order on Thrive Market, and I just got it in yesterday, so I thought I would show you, walk you through everything that I got to support my hormones, basically. Just realized this is still taped shut. Don't have anything next to me that can slice it open. My P.O. box key will have to do. So I decided to order from Thrive Market because not only obviously like is it a lot cheaper because they have guaranteed savings. Members save an average of I think like $32 per order. Everything on their website is super discounted from regular retail prices. So obviously, you know, saving money, super great, but also it just made it so much easier to find what I was looking for. Because if you go to the regular grocery store, there's no like database that you can search through for like snacks with kale kale, or like you can't search chickpeas when you go to Vaughn's or whatever your local grocery store is. But Thrive makes it really, really easy to sort through all of their foods and find what you're looking for really quickly. So I wasn't about to spend hours perusing the grocery store aisles. Went through Thrive instead. So what I did is I basically looked at the in the flow list for the different foods that correspond to each like phase of your cycle, and then I just searched for different like foods and snacks that had those foods in them. So to support myself in the ovulatory phase, I got some Thrive Market organic fusilli gluten-free red lentil and quinoa pasta, because on the list red lentils and quinoa support your body during the ovulatory phase. So this was absolutely perfect. And then what was the other thing that I got? I tried to get like 2 things for each phase of the cycle. Love the fact that everything in the box is recyclable, by the way. Good packaging. Environmentally friendly. They also use carbon neutral shipping and zero waste warehouses. This is the other thing that I got for the ovulatory phase. Good Bites chocolate bites. They have both coconut and cacao powder in them, which according to Alyssa Vitti is helpful during ovulation. Also, these are just delicious in general. For the follicular phase, I got some olive oil because A, we were running out in this house, and B, olives are on their list for the follicular phase. I also got some nut butter. Thank you to this person for recommending it to me on Instagram. It looks delicious. I'm very excited to try it. It's hemp, almond, peanuts, pepita, chia, sesame, sunflower, flax seeds. All kinds of good stuff in here, and nut butter is on the list for the follicular phase. So this is probably gonna go in my smoothie bowl tomorrow, along with probably some extra cashew butter, because to be honest, you could never have too much nut butter in a smoothie bowl. So to support myself during the luteal phase, the second half of my cycle, I got some sunflower butter, because like I said, trying to seed cycle, but I have just been having trouble figuring out like what to put sunflower seeds on, and I know I could just eat them, but I figured having some sunflower butter around would make it easier. I can probably throw this into smoothies. Would that taste weird? I don't know. We'll find out. But I can put this on like toast with honey and mix it into a salad dressing. I don't know. The possibilities are endless in butter form. And then I also got some Banza chickpea pasta, because theoretically chickpeas are good for the luteal phase as well. And then lastly, for the menstrual phase, got some kale chips, because kale's good for that. And honestly, I buy kale all the time, but I'm just really bad at using it when I have it, and it goes bad, and then I don't use it, and then it's really sad. So we have kale chips. And then some wild rice, because according to Alyssa, this is good for you when you're on your period. So those are all the snacks that I got, but then I figured, you know, since this whole haul was dedicated to the menstrual cycle, I would also get some useful products that are not for eating. Thrive Market not only has thousands of wholesome, high quality food products, but they also have a bunch of clean beauty products, cleaning products, and feminine care products. If you're a female, you know how expensive tampons are. These were 14% off, so I got them. Threw in some liners too, because why not? Oh, by the way, I just realized that I actually got these to make a point about these in this video. If you are using tampons, make sure they are 100% organic cotton. So many tampons have so much horrifying stuff in them. You're putting that in your body. Doesn't matter that it's not going in your mouth. It's still going in your body. It's still getting into your bloodstream. Like, just look up the stuff that is in regular tampons, and then throw away your tampons. Go get tampons on Thrive Market. So just to give you an idea of how much you can save on Thrive Market, I think everything that I got this time was between like 15 and 35% off. On average, I saved 25% like on my total order. So not only did it save me time from scouring the grocery store, it also saved me a good chunk of change. I've been using Thrive Market forever, since long before I started working with them. They're just a great company overall, and I love supporting them. They have their Thrive Gives initiative, where for every membership purchase, they give a membership to a low-income family or a family that could use it. They also recently made it a lot easier to support Black-owned businesses. They literally have like a filter where you can filter for Black-owned businesses and just shop through that, which is great. They genuinely make it easier and cheaper for me to live the healthy lifestyle that I am so passionate about living. So I will leave a link down in the description box below to check it out, or go to thrivemarket.com/fitandnerdy. You can sign up for a membership, and when you do, you can choose a free gift at up to $24 in value. You can choose the membership model that best fits your lifestyle. They have a month-to-month option for people that would prefer that, or you can do a 1-year membership that comes out to just $5 a month. And considering the average person saves $32 per order, I usually order about once per month. I'm basically making money off of this membership, because this is all stuff that I would get anyway. So again, check it out, link in the description, thrivemarket.com/fitandnerdy. You won't regret it. You really won't. All right, I just finished filming my other video for this week for YouTube, and it's kind of late. Like, it's basically dinner time, but I did still want to get in some yoga today, and I think my foot's feeling up to it. So I think I'm gonna do like a 20 or 30 minute yoga with Tim session. But first, I am very thirsty, quite thirsty. If I had some of my lemon ginger tea, I would totally drink it right now, but I don't. So I think I'm just gonna have some water. Then we'll do some yoga, then we'll make dinner, then we'll probably have some dessert. Oh, I ran out of the gelato. I have chocolate. Chocolate's great. I love chocolate. What's your name? That was such a good flow. I feel so good. I'm so glad I did that, even though I am now a little bit late to making dinner and will be eating dinner a little bit later than I usually like to. But I needed to get in some movement considering my ocean swim was a disaster and I have a hole in my foot now. So that was absolutely perfect. But now I am hungry, so it's time to go cook some dinner. And since you're all gonna be curious, this is what I did. Total body burn morning yoga. It's not morning, that's okay. Morning yoga workout, vinyasa flow level 2 yoga with Tim. Hi Tim. Thanks Tim, you're the best. Thanks. All right, got my full follicular phase optimized dinner here. Started with a bed of romaine, which is in fact a food that in the flow suggests is supportive of the follicular phase. As are carrots, which I ribboned up and added next. Also added quinoa, which is put in the category of the ovulatory phase in the book, but I theoretically am somewhat close to that, and everything, you know, overlaps. Like, there are not distinguished phases that switch. Well, I guess the end of the ovulatory phase is a very distinguished thing, but in general, you know, your hormones fluctuate throughout the cycle. It's not like a strict thing. So threw in some quinoa, also some chicken. Chicken in theory supports the follicular phase. I just used 2 of the like chicken burger patties that I bought the last grocery haul that I showed you guys, and then some sauerkraut, which is also a follicular supporting food. Throw in some avocado, which is also a follicular phase food, but also just a healthy fat, which in general supports balanced hormones. Oh, and then the dressing was with some olive oil, olives again, follicular, a little bit of lemon juice, which is also a follicular supporting food, and I threw in a small amount of apple cider vinegar on a whim. Oh, and some balsamic vinegar. Again, on a whim. Vinegar theoretically is a follicular phase food, so perfect. That was unintentional. Oh, and then I topped it with some chopped up pumpkin seeds for the seed cycling. So I'm just gonna mix all this together. It actually looks delicious and I'm very excited about it. And even though I honestly didn't realize that every single food in this was a food that theoretically supports the follicular or ovulatory phase, but honestly, this is something that I would eat anyway, like even if I weren't trying to make something specifically out of all the foods that help support the follicular phase, so I'm excited about it. Almost forgot. I also just made some roasted broccolini because it is a cruciferous vegetable. Cruciferous vegetables support estrogen metabolism. Also, I just like roasted broccolini. Topped it with some salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, nutritional yeast, baked in the oven for 25 minutes at 400 degrees, and it's nice and toasty and crispy, and it's not coming apart, so this is gonna be difficult. Hello? Sure, why not? Honestly, I've been so warm all day that this salad is gonna be so refreshing, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm gonna go eat this. My roommates are watching The Bachelorette. I don't know if I've ever seen a full episode of The Bachelorette, but I'm gonna go partake in some roommate bonding time. For dessert, I ended up having half of a bar of the Theo dark chocolate with almonds, which was delicious. Honestly, I wasn't even really craving dessert or chocolate, but you guys know me, I need a little bit of chocolate to round out my day to just like feel complete. So that is what I had. Now I'm having a cup of tea, organic India Tulsi sleep tea. I'm so excited to be bringing you guys on this journey with me because I feel like this isn't something that's explored a lot on YouTube, whether that's because most women are on hormonal birth control and so this isn't something that, you know, you even have to think about when your hormones are completely stable throughout the month, or because there's just not a lot of education about it. Like before I started looking into coming off of hormonal birth control, I knew basically nothing about this. Basically, I am learning about my body, learning what is normal and what's not, and doing what I can to promote the optimal balance and health within my body while it figures itself out. If you have any questions or specific kinds of things you want me to cover or explore as I go through this, please let me know down in the comments below. Like I said, I don't think it's very easy to find a lot of resources on this subject, so I am happy to be your resource. But anyway, it is time for me to go clean my face, turn on my candles, turn off the rest of the lights, just chill for a little bit, let myself wind down, and then go to sleep. Oh, I recently started journaling while I do this, so I'm gonna try to do that, see if I can make that a habit. Anyway, I'm going to end the video here. Do make sure you check out Thrive Market. Go to thrivemarket.com/fitandnerdy. Link down in the description box below to sign up, get your free gift. Please hit that thumbs up button. It really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, and your neighbors. If you want to see more content from me all about health and fitness, you can check it out over here. To see future videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I will see you very soon. Bye.